What's up everybody, welcome to Balkan Moto. Today we're going to try to install the speedometer configurator and hopefully adjust the speed reading on the speedometer a little bit. So check it out. Okay, so this is the speed sensor configurator. It comes with a little waterproof box, single button on it, and a bunch of cables and instructions. The instructions are, the configurator has 4 cables on it, a red, blue, white, and black, and how to wire it to the speed sensor. My speed sensor is a 2 cable one, which is just the signal and the ground. So the red wire will be wired directly to a power source. Essentially, the speed sensor signal would go into the white cable of the configurator, and then the blue cable coming out of the configurator will be plugged into the speedometer, and that would allow us to configure things. So here we have my speed sensor cables. So last time I played around, this is what I did to them. I put the ground cable on a bullet connector, and the other one on this 4 connector. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the ground attachment that I have here and put another pin, and then change this connector to a double, kind of the way it was before. And what I plan on doing is have the white and black wires off of the speed configurator be set up with a double connector like that, so we can just plug that directly into it. The black wire from the configurator, before it plugs into this, I'm going to splice it and run a separate line on which I'll put the bullet connector so I can ground it. And then that leaves the red and blue. The red, I'll attach another bullet connector to it, plug it into this right here along with the headlight, and the blue, I'll put this 4 connector back on it and attach it back to the speed sensor on top. So first of all, let's get these 2 on a double connector. Let's set up the configurator white and black wire to be also connected to this. Okay, part 1 is done. We have the speed sensor on a 2 connector, and then a matching black and white wire connector for the configurator, as well as a splice for the grounding wire. So the idea is that this will plug into this, I'll ground it, and then the other 2 cables we're going to need to get red to direct 12 volt power and blue to the speedometer. So let's do that now. Okay, so we have the speed sensor connected, we have the ground connected over here, we have the power to the red cable, and then on the other side we have the blue cable plugging into the black and white on the speedometer, and we have the configurator right here. So now if I turn it on, if I turn the power on the bike, we should be seeing some lights, and we should be able to reconfigure things. So let's try that. Alright, so the instructions say that once I plug it in, we should see a red and green light flash. So let's red, it said red or green. Okay, so we got red. Cool. Now to configure it, well, let's first try to see if we're still getting a speed reading. So I'm just going to roll the bike and check that. So yeah, put that down. Yep, we're getting a speed reading, so that's good. things are plugged in properly. So now we'll need to go into the correct menu and adjust. So given that this is not going to be exact, but let's see if it will actually correct the speed. My estimates are that I'm hitting about 200 kilometers an hour when I'm actually doing 60. So I did the math, and that should be a minus 60% adjustment. So let's adjust for that. Okay, so before we do anything, we want to reset this so that we make sure that there's no settings on it. So in order to do that, I have to hold the button down, turn the power on, and then wait for an orange light to come on, and then release the button. So let's do that. Button is on. Okay, that's reset. Now, in order to configure it, once it's on, we hold the button for 5 red blinks. That will put it into the programming mode or percentage adjustment mode. Then release the button, hold the button again for a red light. So we need 5 lights first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we hold the button for red. Okay, so now we're in adjustment mode, and now we enter the first digit, which is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 0, 0 would be 10 red blinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then one more 0, that's after the decimal essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And it should be programmed now. So let's roll the bike around and see what readings we're getting. So just by rolling it, I shouldn't be seeing thousands of kilometers an hour. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So I'll mount the headlight back on and go for a ride and see how things go. Okay guys, I just did a little test run. The speedometer definitely works. When I get it up to speed, kind of here in the underground garage, it goes up to like 60-70, which kind of makes sense. I don't think it's exact, but until the weather is warmer, I won't really be able to like adjust this properly. The good news is that the configurator actually works properly, and I am able to adjust the signal, which is great. No more racking up the kilometers like crazy. Yeah, great, it works. Alright guys, that was it for this episode. We got the speedometer fixed up. It will still need a little bit more fiddling with once the weather is warmer, but for now it works. Next, I think what I'll do is I still need to set up the LED lights on the mudguard. I also need to paint the brackets. And I think after that, more or less, we should be ready for safety. In terms of like finalization of the bike, I still need to buy a carburetor synchronization kit and get the carburetor synchronized. What else? Oh, I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the cover plates for these areas. So yeah, little things here and there. So make sure to subscribe, click the little bell for notifications when new videos become available. Follow me on Instagram at Bakumoto2018, and make sure to check out the website bakumoto.com. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.